YouTube, and welcome to this Marvel Cinematic Universe video. Thank you so much for showing love on my Reed Richards video. It is the best performing Theorio video in ages. I tended to not make them after they didn't do too well, unfortunately, but today we will be talking about the Darkhold and a very, very interesting line in the Multiverse of Madness that gives an insight into how it pretty much confirms that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Runaways Darkholds are canon in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, in WandaVision, I was very surprised to see the Darkhold pop up many months ago, or last year, mainly because it was a significant point in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and how it looked different. I mean, it makes sense to use this book if they want to progress Wanda's story. It was very integral to her WandaVision, or Vision and Wanda comic days as well in the comics, and her and Strange were wrapped up in the drama around it. However, the Darkhold looks wildly different to the one in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. In my opinion, it looks better. In that show, in case you haven't missed it, the Darkhold was sought by major players for many, many years. A man named Eli Morrow found it and was corrupted, ended up killing the rest of the people who helped him find it, until the AI Ada would use it to upgrade the framework an AI world used to keep the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. prisoner. Honestly, if you haven't watched the show, it is so very, very good. Ghost Rider was great. Luckily, our agents would escape, but the AI using the book was able to create a hard-like body, ended up fighting Robbie Reyes, the Ghost Rider himself. But, well, he won. After this, he took the Darkhold into hell to keep it safe, using his chain like a sling ring. However, in Runaways, Morgan Le Fay would end up with it. We can reasonably assume that this is the same one as in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as they look identical, and we can assume that Le Fay did retrieve it from hell after it was supposedly kept safe. Now, in Runaways, this led to Cloak and Dagger crossing over, and while the WandaVision writers notably said that they did not consider this version in the past when creating the show, the MCU one looks different and is actually one of a few. So, as of Multiverse of Madness, this one in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is canon. In Multiverse of Madness, the Darkhold is destroyed, but luckily for Wanda, unluckily for others, the spells were copied from Wundagore Mountain. Now, Sathon, I've probably butchered that name, I do apologise, created his Darkhold castle, and the spells were copied into the Darkhold. Wong even says that her one was a copy. This means that both of them do actually exist, or existed, sorry Wanda. So that means that, well, we have this as, you know, a big thing, that the Wanda and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did exist and Ghost Rider is canon there. Now the question remains, is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on Earth 616? That is a tricky one, because Coulson, while he appeared in Captain Marvel, that was back before Avengers, and he hasn't really appeared since, and the agents aren't really recognised, and the show itself went on to not actually explicitly mention stuff. It mentioned Thanos and the snap and what was going on in New York, and it mentioned the quantum realm, but it never explicitly came back over. One could reasonably assume that it is, and, well, if it is, for some reason, another Earth, then one could reasonably assume that, well, because Wanda is a Nexus being, well, this whole Wundagore Mountain, the Scarlet Witch, if that her as the Scarlet Witch is the Nexus being, then it seems like, well, this one was simply from another Earth, as we saw, you know, across the multiverse. But, well, that's just an interesting one for you there. Hope you enjoy that. Please drop a like down below to subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.